And with me right now from the El Toro Water District is Jose Vergara. And I'd like to once welcome you back, and also congratulations, you're the board president, and it's great to have you here today.
Thank you, Ken.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes.
As always. This is my 6th year already coming to this television station to communicate with our viewers. It's been a lot of change in the last year. Mm-hmm. You changed. First time was somebody else. Then the location also changed. So.
Yeah.
But today I just want to come and share information with the viewers and celebrate that we have a new board. And usually we change every election.
Right.
But you know, it's not so notorious. This time I was selected by my peers to be the president. I consider that an honor, although being the president is really not something special.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of more work because you have to coordinate some of the activities that the directors have.
Right.
But it's been a pleasure, and also important thing that happened is this November we elected for the third person being elected, not appointed, in 22 years.
Oh, really?
Ted Martin was, before he passed away, for 22 years ago, he was elected.
Yes.
And then everybody else was appointed until 6 years ago when I ran and I was elected, not appointed. And then we kept appointing because it's actually cheaper. We don't have to run a special election, it will cost a lot of money. But this time we have Mike Gaskin, surprise also, is elected directly. So with Mike coming in and also Catherine, we have, and Mark Morning here, we have 3 people now from Laguna Woods.
Right.
And which is very valuable because they do have a long and wide experience in all the issues affecting Laguna Woods, which is something that we are really going to focus on.
Okay.
One of the, since you know I'm retired, one of the concerns I have is when you retire, you have a fixed income.
Yes.
And when you see that income not growing as fast as they used to be, you start getting worried that things are expensive and keep raising. And then you say, how much are they going to be growing? And am I going to be out of the market soon?
Yeah.
Do I have to move to Arizona or some other cheap place?
Yeah, that's very true.
So we're going to be focusing on the water rates. And there are things that we cannot avoid because we need to invest in pipes, we need to invest in things. But wherever we're going to have the opportunity to save money, we're going to be discussing next month. We're going to be having a strategic meeting with all the directors and management. We want to have a policy or a strategy that will help the manager decide maybe we can look at different ways to save money. Yeah. So that's going to be my first action because I am conscious that
very good.
The retirement money is not enough. So.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you along those lines, because really for everybody, is the fact that incomes aren't keeping up with increases and just all kinds of different things. It's particularly hard for people who are on a fixed income, but you are hearing that more and more people are beginning to look to leave the area, leave the state, and that's one of the primary reasons. Certainly not the weather, but and it's got to be hard to. On one hand, like you said, you have, and we see this all the time in the news. You have infrastructure to take care of. I mean, everyone does. We just saw, where was it, up in La Habra yesterday, they had that big sinkhole, and it turns out it's a flood channel that collapsed, that'd been there for who knows how long. So there's real issues about money needs to be put forward for what we don't see, things underneath. And the cost of those goes up, the labor, the materials. So it's a real kind of balance of
that's correct. Done. Every year we have to do an analysis of how much we have to spend to bring the water. Actually, the water doesn't change that much because the water, we already know that it's going to come up at 4%, 3%, something for metropolitan. And we just passed that. But the actual cost that we have is what we need to be conscious. that maybe it's not that we're not going to do this or we're going not to do this. It's that, is there any other way that we can do it, that we can save money?
Yeah.
That's the main concern. And then we have enough brain power in this board that we can come up with some decisions. As you know, let me just go over the list.
Yeah.
My colleagues were kind enough to think that I could lead the effort and selected me as president. Mark Money, another very capable gentleman, very knowledgeable in the finance world, is a vice president. And then Scott Goldman, who was the president for 2.5 years, and he was for vice president since the year 2000. He has a wealth of knowledge, so he is willing to help us. And
he has a
with
great
his
background
experience
in infrastructure.
Yes, and he himself is an engineer. He has his own company. He had his own company, and he's a very capable. So we're lucky in that sense. And then we have Catherine, who everybody knows. And then Mike. Mike Ashkin has a background in geology, but he worked in microbiology in Santa Margarita Water District. In addition to that, he has an extensive background in human resources.
Very good.
So he's a very, very good addition to the board, and I am thankful to the people in Laguna Woods for actually electing him. He's a very, very lucky El Toro to get him. So we're very fortunate. So that's what really I have in mind today. Basically telling you that we have a new board and the new president, and I don't plan to stay there for life. I want to give room to others to show their leadership, to become president, so everybody has a shot to it, and everybody can bring forward their ideas on how to improve and make first of all, water available, and then the price is right for the people. So,
well, it is a good board, and a lot of people on there with a lot of great backgrounds and knowledge, and you know, I've met everyone before. Mike, I met when he was running. Of course, Catherine I've known for years, and all you other folks that are on the board I've known for years. So it's a good group, and I know you'll look out for the best interest. Things have to be done, you know, they have to be maintained, just like here in the village. There's things that the infrastructure is getting old in many cases, and you know, you got to find the way to do it in the best possible way. So that's something that's always going to be ongoing in infrastructure.
Yeah, that's what I want to make sure that the community knows that we work for them. We were actually selected by them to be in the board, to protect their interests. And what we are looking for is to protect the community interests, and I want them to be aware of that. And we are trying to do that.
All right. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
We'll see you back here again soon. Say hi to everyone for me.
Well, thank you very much.
Take care, and we'll be right back.